this is pretty typical behavior out here. We do see a lot of feeding behavior out here, but the whales also do spend time resting and also doing social behaviors or travel. We've got several groups kind of scattered out ahead of us. But I did just speak to the captain. We are running a little low on time, so we'll have about 10 more minutes out here with these whales, but definitely great to come out here and also to see so many different whales around us. There's probably at least about 6 to 8 humpback whales in this area. And it's important to remember that these whales are actually endangered. They're an endangered species, and we only have a population of about 900 whales here in the Gulf of Maine, and about only 200 to 300 of those actually visit the Stellwagen Bank region annually.
I'm taking a video.
This is my third video.
Lewis, don't go back downstairs without me. Don't go downstairs without me. Oh, wow. Two of them over there.
There's another one, Bubba.
You see? Yeah, don't go downstairs without me.
There's one over there.
I mentioned earlier that there's some whales that I can just ID within a second of seeing them, and one of these whales, that one that just went down and dived, is one of those. Her name is Nile, and she is 28 years old. She was born in 1987. Her mother is a whale named Mars, and she's had several calves of her own. Her most recent one was just last year. She is one of our favorite whales. In fact, that season I told you about, 2013, when there were very few whales out here, well, Nile was here, and we saw her every single day for 6 weeks. So we're very familiar with Nile, and I'll show you a picture of her tail on the way back towards Boston, but it has a very distinctive little black squiggle, which looks like a river, and that's how she got her name. And she's one of the whales that we do see very commonly, and it's the strength of the research that's done out here, the fact that we know so much about these animals and that so much data is collected on them, that we can instantly know this whale and know lots of interesting information about her. And then once we have data about her through the years, we can look back at it and say, well, in this year she was pregnant because she had a calf the next year. And we can look at how her behavior differs from years when she had calves that she was nursing, or maybe we think that she wasn't pregnant. It's a little difficult with these whales because we're never quite sure when they're pregnant. We know when they're pregnant based on the data, but we don't know when they're not pregnant. And we do believe that the females do breed every year, but likely their body condition isn't good enough for them to be able to successfully carry those calves every single year. So tracking these animals and they're monitoring them and knowing how often the calves is very important actually for understanding how this population is functioning, growing, and whether or not we have to be concerned about it. So I've just spoken to the captain. The time has come that we're going to have to start making our way back towards